Hello everyone, welcome to IAS Darshana. I hope you all are doing very well. So without wasting any of our time, let's move to the topics of the day. Today's topic is nuclear safety and security. In space does not have registration process for startups as it will be a duplication of DPIIT's role. However, 399 number of space technology startups registered with DPIIT as per Startups India portal. Further, it is to state that InSpace does not maintain the state-wise data of startups. Till date, the total number of successful satellites launched by Indian space startups in 7 numbers, successful payloads launched by Indian space startups is 20, and successful space vehicles launched by Indian space startups is 2. InSpace has notified the norms, guidelines and procedures, which is NGP, for implementation of Indian Space Policy 2023 in respect of authorization of space activities on 3rd May 2024 to implement the Indian Space Policy 2023. This NGP provides a streamlined regulatory framework for authorizing private sector space activities, thus providing transparency, predictability and certainty to startups and other private entities. The government supports Indian space startups in accessing international markets through policies and mechanisms. The Indian Space Policy 2023 provides the primary framework supported with the liberalized foreign direct investment policy for space sector. These changes in policy framework offer financial and operational facilitation for global expansion. In addition, InSpace engages with foreign industry and government entities to promote Indian space startups and enable collaborations. It has hosted 7 successful space days, led NGE delegations to events like the International Astronautical Congress, GSTCE Singapore and Kenya Space Expo, and organized industry roundtables and outreach programs. These efforts have resulted in Indian startups securing business agreements in over 25 countries. So the next topic for the day is India joins BRICS Center for Industrial Competencies to support manufacturing and MSMEs. India joined the BRICS Center for Industrial Competencies at an event organized by the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce and Industry at Vanijya Bhavan, New Delhi. The BCIC, launched in partnership with the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, serves as a one-stop center providing integrated services to manufacturing companies and micro, small and medium enterprises across BRICS countries with a focus on strengthening Industry 4.0 competencies. On the occasion, a trust fund agreement was signed between DPIIT and UNIDO. The agreement was signed by Economic Advisor DPIIT Shri Agrim Kaushal and Director UNIDO Dr. Cristiano Passini, formalizing India's participation in the BCIC framework. The National Productivity Council has been designed as the India Center for BRICS Industrial Competencies under the policy guidance of DPIIT and with technical support from UNIDO. NPC will spearhead India's engagement with BCIC and contribute the capacity building, productivity enhancement and adoption of advanced manufacturing practices. The event was presided over by Secretary DPIIT Shri Amardeep Singh Bhatia and was attended by Director General NPC Srimati Neerja Shekhar along with senior officials from DPIIT, the Ministry of MSME, the Ministry of External Affairs, representatives from UNIDO and Industry Partner Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. The next topic of the day is 42 consultative committees constituted. After the constitution of 18th Lok Sabha, the Consultative Committee Management System portal was launched by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. 42 consultative committees have been constituted whose composition may be seen on the Consultative Committee Management System at the portal given here. The portal helps in smooth communications and exchange of documents via agenda notes, minutes of the meeting, etc. among the stakeholders so as to make necessary improvement of the portal and catering to the needs of the stakeholders. Necessary reviews or initiatives are taken by the ministry from time to time. The portal is meant to reduce delays, paperwork and administrative cost considerably, as all activities to be done in paperless manner. Various steps have been taken from time to time for improving the utilities of the portal, ensuring its accessibility, data security and real-time coordination among stakeholders. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.